Hello, this is my review of the Nintendo 3DS XL Circle Pad. I don't think it really matters what Circle Pad, but I have the XL version, so first I'm going to compare it to the Circle Pad Pro. I do not have a new 3DS to show, but I definitely have played on one. I returned mine to get a regular 3DS, and I've installed some stuff on it. FBI free shop, and gotten these guys, so there's that. But back to the Circle Pad. If you're here to figure out whether or not you should buy a new 3DS or just Circle Pad Pro for your existing 3DS, I definitely recommend the Circle Pad Pro. The reason why is because it's, if you've ever used a lot of old computers have this little nub in the middle of the keyboard, and if you don't know what that is, it's almost like a little trackpad. It's pressure sensitive, and you kind of move your finger in the direction that you want the cursor to go. That's exactly what the new 3DS uses, and in games where you need extremely precise camera movements at certain moments, an example, any of the Monster Hunter games, you need something more than that. So I bought the Circle Pad Pro. I definitely recommend the Circle Pad Pro over anything else. This is good, and I'm also going to be eventually buying the Monster Hunter 4G Hunter's Grip, and basically what that does is it allows you to look with your camera, move your camera around, and attack all at the same time, and it does that by placing the C-stick to where this button is here. This is the ZL button, and it moves the ZL button down right about here where the grip is. So when you're holding it, your finger touches the button here, and you move whatever finger you're going to use to move the camera with up here. And then you have these as well. And it's a lot thinner of a case because of the fact that it doesn't add on this and a lot of the extra bulk that comes off the back. So, cons of this specific model here are, one is if you're going to use it with the XL model, it is extremely bulky. Let me see if I can find something in comparison. This is an Altoids tin that I used to hold pins and Nendoroid faces and stuff. So I'd say it's about 1 3/4 an Altoids tin, so 1.75 of 1, which makes it extremely big to take in a backpack, and it certainly will not fit in your pocket. That's the benefit to the new 3DS, is that you don't have this to lug around, but it is definitely more cheaply made. I picked mine up for $13 pre-owned at GameStop. You could probably pick yours up brand new somewhere for upwards of $20. I think it retailed for $20. For the XL, I'm not sure about the regular 3DS one. I assume they both sell for the same price. Another con about it here is, I'll show you, is if you take this little screw out right here, it requires a AA battery, or not a AAA battery. And I honestly, genuinely would have rather had it have its own little battery system, and I'd plug in alongside that so I don't have to change batteries every couple of months, because that gets tedious after a while, because then I have to find where the batteries went, and then I have to do this, which takes a billion years. It's not that bad, but it's a minor annoyance. If you're a really big fan of Monster Hunter here, then I definitely do recommend you pick up this at some point, because with the regular 3DS here, if you don't have a CirclePad Pro and you don't have a new 3DS, you're stuck with this guy to move the camera on the D-pad, and then you end up holding it this weird, what a lot of people call the claw, and it gives you a lot less movement, a lot less accuracy. So actually, I'll demo it for you guys here. I'm gonna boot up. Let's boot up Monster Hunter Generations. When it first boots up, it'll ask you to hit the ZL or ZR buttons to take it out of standby mode. So while it boots up here, I'll just go ahead and wait for that message. It says checking connection with the CirclePad Pro. So to take it out of standby mode, you hit one of the buttons, and CirclePad Pro has been activated. So go through here. I'll use this save file. So before I continue here, let me turn the brightness down so you guys can see it a little bit better. That's good. So I'm just going to run into Quest. I have the ZL and ZR buttons set to function like regular L and R buttons because when I hold it, I don't want to have to do the 2-finger hold, so I just do the 1-finger hold like this. It's much more comfortable rather than having like this, because on the back here, it gives you an R button because you have to reach over really far to press the regular one. So here's a camera demo. This guy here. User on the camera. Like I said, with people who don't play with anything at all and just play with the regular system itself, you have to use either this, or if you have your menu set right, you can also, you can also use this, which isn't that bad if you don't have a something like this, a CirclePad Pro or a C-Stick. And I definitely recommend you use the touchscreen D-pad, not the regular D-pad, like I said, because you're going to be getting hand cramps a lot depending on the person, and also this is just kind of a really annoying hold in my opinion. So, that's my basic thoughts and review on the CirclePad Pro for the 3DS XL. Thanks for watching.